Once upon a time, in a small, quiet village, lived a young boy named Leo. Leo had a dream, a big dream. He wanted to build a flying machine, something no one in his village had ever even imagined. He spent his days sketching designs in a worn-out notebook, his eyes sparkling with a vision only he could see. The villagers, however, were not as enthusiastic. They would often see him tinkering with scraps of wood and old cloth and would shake their heads. "A flying machine. Leo, you're chasing the wind," one would say. Their words were like small, sharp stones, but Leo gathered them and used them to build the foundation of his resolve. He faced countless failures. His first attempt, a contraption with large, feathered wings, collapsed before it even left the ground. His second, with a spinning propeller, barely hopped a few inches before falling apart. With each failure, the laughter of the villagers grew louder, and the doubts in his own mind began to whisper. There were nights he'd sit alone, staring at his broken creations, feeling the weight of his impossible dream. He felt lost and wondered if everyone was right. But then he would remember the feeling of the wind on his face as he imagined soaring through the clouds. He would remember the spark that ignited his passion. He told himself, failure is not falling down, but refusing to get up. This became his mantra. He started looking at his failures differently. They weren't just mistakes. They were lessons. The collapsed wings taught him about structure. The broken propeller taught him about balance and power. He began to study the birds more closely, observing how their wings caught the air, how they angled their bodies to glide and turn. He read old, dusty books he found in a village library about wind and mechanics. He learned, he adapted, and he improved. His hands became calloused, his clothes stained with grease, but his spirit remained unbroken. Slowly, his designs became more sophisticated. He combined the grace of a bird's wing with the power of a cleverly designed pedal system. The villagers' laughter quieted down, replaced by a curious silence. They watched as Leo worked day and night, his determination a silent force that was hard to ignore. Finally, the day came. Leo stood on top of the highest hill overlooking the village, his new machine gleaming in the morning sun. It was a beautiful, strange creation of wood, canvas, and hope. He took a deep breath, the whispers of doubt and the echoes of laughter fading away. All he could hear was the beat of his own heart. He started pedaling the propeller word to life, and he ran towards the edge of the hill. For a terrifying moment, he dipped. The ground rushed up to meet him. A collective gasp rose from the villagers watching below. But then, a gust of wind caught his canvas wings. The machine steadied, and it began to climb. Leo was flying. He soared over the village, over the fields, over the very people who had once doubted him. Down below, the faces of the villagers were turned to the sky, their expressions a mixture of shock, awe, and wonder. The small boy with the impossible dream had touched the sky. Leo's story became a legend in the village. It wasn't just about building a flying machine. It was a story about the power of perseverance, the strength of a dream, and the courage to never, ever give up. It taught everyone that no matter how many times you fall, what truly matters is that you get up one more time, because sometimes that one more time is all you need to fly. Thank you for watching. If this story inspired you, please like, share, and subscribe for more.